Hi, this is Mike Regan with Transact's 2-Minute Warning for the week of April 14th. In this week's 2-Minute Warning, we're continuing to take a look at how tariffs are impacting supply chains and the economy, and we're also pleased to let you know that we've released our semi-annual interview with noted economist Gary Shilling. It's got some great stuff for you. Well, you can say that the last couple of weeks have been a real roller coaster. President Trump announced his use of tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, etc. on April 3rd. On April 4th, Transact hosted a great webcast with our friends from the Knit League, CSCMP, and the Global Shippers Forum. If you haven't listened to that, you really need to get a hold of it. Several thousands of people have taken us up on the offer, getting rave reviews. Now, last week I was in Houston at a meeting with several presidents and CEOs from around the country, and one of the things I was asked to do was to give an impromptu presentation about what's really going on with the tariffs. Now, one of the key points I highlighted in this presentation was the tariffs are affecting everybody. I don't care if you don't have any import or export activity, your tier 1 and tier 2 suppliers likely do, and that's why you really need to understand why this tariff issue is so important. Now, during my presentation, I asked a very simple question to about 80 of these CEOs and presidents. How many of you have a tariff management program in writing to give your company guidance on how you're going to manage through this crisis, which some have said it's like March 2020 again without the government checks coming our way? Very serious situation. Now, as important as that might be, only one person raised their hand. I thought the mic wasn't working, so I asked the question again, and no, only one person had a tariff management program. Now, for those of you who are asking why that tariff management program is so important, 5 things we're looking at. First, you need to be able to determine the total financial impact that tariffs will have over the next 12 months. B, you need to understand how it's going to affect your cash flow. C, you need to understand how your inventory strategies may be changing in light of the variability of the tariffs. 4, you need to understand the issue of optionality, things that you can do to get around the cash flow impact of these tariffs. And 5, you need to understand the kind of cost-sharing arrangements and agreements you're going to be having and discussions you're going to have with suppliers and customers. Now, if you're wondering how do I make all that happen, we've got great information. Be happy to talk to you about the tariff management program. Now, we also released our interview with Gary Shilling. We've been doing this for 15 years, 14 years, whatever, and Gary always has some great insights, and this one won't disappoint you. Has a bunch of charts, and folks, depending on what happens with the tariff, we could be looking at the dreaded R word and some very serious fallout that we're going to be paying close attention to. Now, I encourage you to go to transact.com or just click the link, listen to the Gary Shilling interview, and if you have further questions about why you need a tariff management program and how to get started, send me an email, give us a call, because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we're on your team, we're here to help, we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.